other interesting political news, you have an IRS employee sad that they lost their quote-unquote dream job and gets roasted on the social media. Now, this also comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson on X. And he says, quote, recently, laid-off IRS employee breaks down on live television because he lost his quote-unquote dream job. I feel numb, lost, and confused. No, this is not a parody, unquote, which I'm sure that means we'll be laughing ear to ear and smiling ear to ear. This is originally credited to the Daily Sneed and TikTok. Let's hear what this. I'm sure this is a very hardworking IRS employee, very ethical. Didn't at all go after persecute people on the right and conservatives when Obama was in charge. Probably wasn't part of any of those controversies. But let's dive on in.
A former IRS employee right here in Houston, he was one of thousands of federal employees abruptly laid off this week.
He sat down exclusively with Michelle Choi to share how he's feeling and his message to those in power.
Nothing there. Nope. Nothing there.
As he waits for an official termination letter to arrive at his front door, Jason Charles shared the toll the last 48 hours has taken on him.
I can't believe this is happening, and it happened so fast. Like I said, I was just in training. I waited 4 months to go to training just to be fired.
He's one of 6,000 plus federal employees who work for the Internal Revenue Service fired this week as part of mass layoffs happening under the Trump administration. The majority of those workers, like Charles, were probationary workers employed for less than a year. Charles told us more than 24 employees were laid off from his office here off Gessner. He says it took over a year to get his dream job as a tax-exempt officer dealing with nonprofit organizations and compliance.
I wanted to serve the people.
And despite recent news, he'd held out hope his job would be spared.
How are you feeling?
Numb, confused, sad, angry, lost.
When did you get the official notice, or was there an official notice?
We never got official notice. I got word from managers that had to be in office yesterday, and we waited there all day until maybe 12, 1 o'clock. And then it was kind of like a firing range. They lined us up, took our equipment, and sent us home.
His pride and passion taken away.
Excited. I was so excited.
Heck was on his computer there.
Home.
His pride and passion taken away.
Excited. I was so excited to learn the job.
No man is this upset because they lost a job. You might get depressed, but for like a day or two, but put on some real pants and get out there and get a new job. He's wearing sweatpants, folks. It's like they busted. It's not like it's an expose. They rushed the door. He prepared for this interview. Like he knew they were coming, and he chose sweatpants to wear. That's a big red flag to me. And of course, the sweatpants, ironically, are also red.
I was telling my management I was going to be the best. They can count on me.
He's crying.
And it's not like I have no say so. Like they just toss you away.
I didn't add that. Is that really? Is that the fire alarm?
I have no say so. Like they just toss you away. And I thought corporate America was like this, not the government. I thought the government takes care of their people.
When asked why he
Definitely
would speak out now.
This was the only way I had a voice.
Oh no.
I can't go to Washington and go in the Oval Office. I can't contact my congressman. He's too busy. He doesn't want to hear me. I try to reach out. This is the only way I can get people to hear what happened.
According to a statement sent to KHOU 11, the National Treasury Employees Union president representing the Houston area believes more than 200 people working for the IRS offices in Houston have been fired just this week. These layoffs, of course, happening in the heart of tax season.
Every department has a probationary employee. Every department will be impacted.
Good.
I don't know how severely, but people will start seeing the impact soon.
Charles believes there will be a ripple effect.
Do you want your job back?
I would love my job back.
The fire alarm.
I would love it back. To serve the American people and talk to people that I've talked to, I would love my job back.
And has this message for the president.
Let us work. Let us do what they employed us to do. When we took our oath to do.
In Houston, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
And you can hear Michelle's extended interview with Jason streaming right now on KHOU 11 Plus. Be sure to download.
Or hear me out, folks. You could become a contributing member of society and go to the private sector, where again, there is a big demand and big need for tax services because the government steals so much and screws over so many people, and the tax code is so ridiculously, disgustingly complex. It does help to have some expertise assist you with those taxes, personally and professionally. And yeah, I can't help but think he's probably one of those employees who's really happy to get a job where you work like 1 hour a day and do nothing. Again, if you have an exceptional skill set, you won't, on average, you won't be unemployed very long. Again, if he's an expert, a tax wizard or whatever you want to call it, I mean, he would get a job, especially this time of the season. I mean, I work with a couple of accounting firms. They're ramping up hiring. I mean, they need more folks, right, especially right now. And again, the private sector, you do have to work hard, though. More often than not. Not unionized. But, yeah, he is again, this is a man who's, and again, if you worked at a company for 20 years, I can see how you can be heartbroken. That becomes part of your identity. After 20 years, I can understand you being, upset, being heartbroken. But you're a temporary employee for a government job. Now, I'm sure he was probably upset because, again, a government job usually means, put in the least amount of effort, get most amount of, output in terms of payments and pensions and healthcare and all that stuff that you get in the government. But I don't know why I just find it extra comical he's wearing sweatpants. And again, maybe someone edited this video, but like the smoke detector went off multiple times. Now, this should have got millions of views. It only got 500,000 views and 8,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Chuck Costello saying, quote, "Should have done your job," gained 166 likes. Dog Memes for Freedom, A+ Marketing, they did in fact use a meme as a picture of a fat man, an average American, standing behind a small tree, and it says government agencies trying to hide their waste from Doge. Gained 180 likes. Information Battle Maiden, unique name, has a picture of a guy that looks sad. It looks like it's labeled government employee. I got some work done this week. And the gal goes, "Did you work or did you cry about Trump and Elon all week?" And he says, "I cried about Trump and Elon all week." Gained 121 likes. Live Free Opinion says, quote, "Cry Me River, abolish the entire unconstitutional agency." Gained 141 likes. Fun fact, there was no income tax before World War II. Then it was voluntary. Like, yeah, we need some money for the war. You could volunteer to give us some money to help out. Then they said, okay, we're going to have this income tax, but only for the war. Then after, we'll get rid of it. And like pretty much every single tax ever, yeah, they never got rid of it. And it's still around like a tumor to this day, stealing from all Americans. It's ridiculous. Yeah, up to 35% of your income just stolen like that on a federal level. And then also, you also have local sales tax. These income tax on a state level, heaven forbid. They got sales tax, telecom tax, alcohol tax, tobacco tax, gasoline tax, capital gains tax, property tax, estate tax. We're getting robbed left and right. It's ridiculous and disgusting. Yeah, imagine having pride working for the IRS. Jesus. PNW Scott says maybe they should be questioning why Biden decided to create 85,000 IRS jobs that were never needed before. Oh, don't forget. Well, those are also armed IRS agents with apparently more armaments than the U.S. Marines. He says, "You took the job when it was president-elect said he would be cutting those, useless and wasteful jobs, and now you're surprised? My spouse was offered an IRS job and declined." Got 114 likes. The Saturn V says, "Tell me someone did it at 2:07, and they have a picture of the smoke alarm. Got 22 likes and actually some comments. I wonder. Black Metal says, "I thought for sure that was a parody part. LOL MFAO, gained 2 likes. A lot of people saying I was saying the same thing. He had to go back and rewatch because I wasn't sure it was my TV or not. Gained 1 like. Yeah. Jolly Roger says, quote, "Is it your dream to shake Americans using the authority of the government? You probably shouldn't work for the IRS," getting 68 likes. Yeah. I also have Corey saying, "He's going to be one of thousands at this rate. We don't need IRS agents. Sorry, bud. There's other jobs out there for accountants." Getting 116 likes, which, again, if you're an actual skilled accountant, I mean, there are almost an unfathomable amount of opportunities out there because, again, of how complex and burdensome the U.S. tax code is. I mean, it is one of the biggest industries out there. So, but given his attitude, I can't help but think he probably doesn't want to go work for the private sector. And hopefully, I mean, Trump just keeps making the cups deeper and deeper and deeper and just fires more and more folks, because I think the winning has just begun. But let me know your thoughts and comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.